further without taking that antidote.
Getting harder to breathe. Damn it, can't breathe. Gotta get out when I can.
Hey. You okay? Yeah, just having a bad night. We're gonna have to just sit there and wait to watch TV, you know. Unless they give us a vehicle to drive back. No, they probably won't. Because there's no place to go. Yeah, I know. I was gonna just send you. I was gonna just send you. Oh, why? I'm just having a bad morning, Dad. You'll be okay, time we go. Just roll a couple of joints for us, yeah. Huh? Why not? Well, I can go if you don't want to go. I'll go, it's fine. Well, I'll go with you and I'll leave go myself. Want me to make the coffee? No.
Damn it, can't breathe. Gotta get out while I can.
Anything that's pops and out.
What's that?
Nothing, I'm just talking to myself. This just pops and out.
Pipe's great. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast tore it from the wall. Bits of pipe clear over here. Must have been one powerful blast. Edges curled out. Something inside blew it wide open. Wall too. Bathhouse drain pipes seem to converge here. No traces of magic. This was no spell. It was a bomb. Now why am I not finding pieces of it? Could be the current swept them away.
What do you want? No, I'm here for you. No, you're working up Johnson for coffee. No, I'm gonna do something. I gotta go change the handle.
Bottom of a container. A silver cylinder, most likely. Runes etched in the bottom. It's warped, probably by the explosion. Bomb part. Must be. Smells like wyvern oil and caramel. That'd be it down here. Time to see Dijkstra. Gold coin. Trail ends here. Dandelion must have loaded the treasure onto a boat.
figured it. Huh? It's a good critter. Oh.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Done. Examined every nook of the sewers near your vault.
Well, learn anything?
Seems to me a bomb blew the wall open. Look.
Bottom of a silver cylinder, probably. Covered in runes. Interesting. Any idea what it contained?
Recognized some ingredients by their scent. Wyvern oil and sugar.
Sugar? Geralt, I'm in no mood for jests.
Nor am I. Just saying what I found. Bomb contained sugar.
Let's think. Sugar would react violently with sulfuric acid, but not so violently to cause an explosion.
Didn't know you were versed in alchemy.
Dabbled in it a bit while at Oxenford Academy. But this is no time to reminisce. You're to find my treasure, not write my biography. Know anything else about this bomb? Anything at all?
Bomb went off inside a drainage pipe embedded in the vault wall. But the grate at the end of the pipe was in place when the blast happened, meaning...
The bomb must have found its way into the pipe from inside the bathhouse.
Exactly. Might have gone something like this. Perpetrator started emptying one of the pools, then dropped the bomb down the drain.
The bomb flowed down with a runoff, came to rest on the grate, and, to quote Bart, big boom.
Drain pipes are only promising lead. We just need to know which pool it's connected to.
Yes. Happen keeps a record of guests. Should be able to tell us who used that pool the day of the break-in. You've not done badly.
Feel honored to be acknowledged.
Oh, that famous sarcasm. I missed it.
Really?
About as much as I'd miss a knife in me knickers. Alright. You inspect the pools on the right, I'll take the ones on the left. Holler if you find anything.
Okay.
Interesting. Something floating on the surface. Oil, looks like. Silver lid. Matches the cylinder bottom I found in the sewer. Dijkstra, come here.
Got something?
Yeah, bomb part.
Happen. Drain pool 4, and bring me the guest book. Chop chop.
Let's see what's on the bottom. Grate's been removed from the drain, meaning they flushed the bomb down here.
Happen. Who used this pool the day of the break-in?
Let me see. Bertolt Heinz, town councilman, Josef Schweik, brewer, and Margrave Henkel.
Henkel? That's impossible.
Margrave Henkel, who's that?
Who was that, you mean? Old Coot's been eating dirt since last winter. Couldn't have been here the day of the break-in.
He's dead? I'd not heard.
Not surprising. The Honourable Margrave croaked in a brothel, decked out in leather lingerie, so the family held a hush-hush funeral. But I have my sources.
Yeah, I saw him that fateful day, Mr. Reuven. I'm certain of it.
Did you speak to him? Get a good look at him?
No. He merely passed by on the way in.
So you didn't see Henkel, you saw an impersonator. Think for once. They scooped out your balls, not your brain. And you, Carol, start looking into this.
Gotta ask me nicely. I'm not one of your delivery boys.
Pardon my tone. I've grown accustomed to ordering folk around and barking as I do it.
Fine. Where should I start?
Henkel's home. Derelict townhouse south of the main square. You might happen on some trace of this scoundrel we're looking for there. Well, up with you. Loitering round here.
Any needs, master?
Fine mess you made. Back there at Lockney.
What a dump. Looks more like a beggar's hovel than a Margrave's townhouse. Dandelion made some interesting friends.
Figure, punishable fun.
Right, silly.
Life, you gotta take risks and not get fucked. Bloody hell! Fucking hey, whores.
What is it, Grey Boy? Looking for adventure?
What do you want?
A wee minute, Witcher. Now, I'm curious something mighty. How is it you were off the same bloody night Whoreson tried to kill me?
'Twas chance, honest. I was at the brothel. I've witnesses.
I don't doubt you found some witnesses, but I do doubt the bit about chance. Know what? Shite conversation this. So much blethering, we've got nowhere. Lad, you have a chat with him. It's simple. I want to know where Whoreson is.
I've not betrayed you. Not ever. No! No! I know nothing!
Help me find Junior?
I'm about to send my lads around Whoreson's hideouts. Once they know to a witch's blade, lead my men, take the water Junior and drag him out of his hidey hole. Win-win situation as I see it.
Whoreson can't die until I've talked to him.
My lads are hot-headed and I like 'em like that. Want to rein them in, do so on your own.
Not interested in your squabbles.
Figure out what you want, come and see me.
Awful pile.
Life, you gotta take risks and not get fat.
Take a gander over. People.
Silver cylinder. Bottom looks like what I found in the sewer. Footprints. A letter. And a bottle. The wine from your birth year. It's absolutely excellent. Startling bouquet. You absolutely must try it. But afterwards, please place the bottle back where you found it. Your birth year. Could be dandelions. Or Ceres. .45 to 12:54. Satisfying click. In the next room over, I think. Secret room. Probably where Dandelion and his cohorts planned the heist. Stain. Wyvern oil. Ciri, Menge is following me. He has seized the treasure. He has Dandelion. You must flee. Footsteps. Not good. Sugar. And lumps of a substance dipped in wyvern oil. Instructions on how to build a bomb. Signed by one Kelkstain. Instructions on how to build a bomb. Signed by one Kelkstain. Didn't expect to see you here. Certainly not with Triss.
I decided we could use someone who knows a bit of magic. The runes on the bomb, I'm absolutely dying to know what they mean.
You dying to know too, Triss?
No, just here for the coin.
Ah, Marigold playing the cynical materialist. I love it. In truth, her ideals brought Triss here. She needs gold to save her colleagues. When I recover my treasure, I'll be in a position to help her. Simple as that. Speaking of which, and pardon my Beauclervoise, have you found out who fucking nicked my gold?
Bothered Triss for nothing. No point examining the bomb.
Because?
Because I already know who nabbed your treasure. Commander of the Temple Guard, Caleb Menge.
Well, Marigold. Your coin stands to come with a side of revenge. Geralt, would you be kind enough to tell me what you've learned? I'm terribly curious.
Henkel told me. Old man's alive and well. Faked his own death to escape his creditors.
Strange. I had no idea he was in debt.
He was. And Menge promised to take care of things in exchange for help with the heist. So...
Geralt, how can I put this delicately? Bollocks. If you thought I'd fall for that tale you just pulled out of your arse, you don't know me one bit. Beasts that are half lion, half eagle. Maidens who are half fish. But you'll never convince me there's such a thing as a half-truth.
I'll give it a shot anyway. Didn't actually see Henkel, but Menge does have your treasure.
Take it you learned this by peering into a crystal ball.
Maybe. Trade secret.
You're hiding something. And that's one thing I can't stand. Even more than Nilfgaard. But ultimately, this is a business deal, not a marriage. Besides, there must be some truth in all those lies. You're too dense to make it all up on your own. Menge has been spending heaps of coin lately. Though to my knowledge, he shouldn't have a copper to his name.
So, what now?
From what I've heard, Menge spends his nights at the docks, witch hunters' quarters. Maybe pay him a visit. Ask where he's holding my gold for me.
Doubt Menge will admit anything willingly.
As do I. Lucky I hired a witcher and a sorceress who've been through so much together to get this done.
What's our past got to do with it?
A great deal. Lovers will jump into the abyss for one another. Suits my needs perfectly. Namely, it greatly increases your chances of getting out of the hunter's barracks alive. With my treasure.
Information's out of date. We are not.
Yes, I know. You partied a week after the summit of Loch Muine, in the woods near where the Lixella flows into the Pontar. But you know what they say. Old love never dies.
First love. Now how the hell?
That's my secret, lovebirds. Really must be going. Good luck.
Didn't have to disagree so strongly.
Put yourself in my shoes. What would you have said?
In your shoes, I wouldn't be worrying about what to say to Dijkstra. At all. But we've strayed from our topic. Got a treasure to recover.
Triss, gotta tell you something. Dijkstra's gold, it's the last thing I care about.
Thought as much. This is about Ciri, isn't it?
Menga's got Dandelion locked up somewhere, and Dandelion saw Ciri.
That changes everything. Listen, meet me at midnight by the Chapel of the Eternal Fire, east of the harbor. We'll figure out a way to get into the Hunter's Barracks together.
All right, see you then, and thanks.
Why do you stare so?
What was it? Happened to falter stick in?
Any leads, monster?
The shit, where'd that come from? What?
Thought things couldn't get any worse.
That big ass mosquito. In here?
Trial for a man, for a woman, a man.
Where'd it go?
It's long before we get paid, you reckon?
I don't know.
Many a heart, eh, Dandy?
Whoa!
And whosoever contributes coin to the cause.
Greetings. You here for a specific reason?
Got a meeting with Rosa, a fencing lesson.
Geralt of Rivia, yes? Miss Rosa stepped out for a walk. Near Temple Bridge, she said. She asked that you join her.
Guess it's gonna be an interesting lesson. Thanks.
Spend all night smacking turds. Sounds like positive.
How do you know where you're going? Here's the mini map. Well, so I know my way around this city pretty good, so now. Because I stabbed some dude in the face over there earlier.
Oh.
Oh!
Stand and fight!
You again? Want some more? Bruises on your ass heel already?
On God, I say! Victory will be mine this time. I've practiced with shield and sword. Many a headless scarecrow round here. Heed my warning and stand and fight!
Duly heeded. Now show me what you got. Had enough?
Yes, but next time...
Go back to Mate Bilberry and apologize for being an ass. Quick, before I change my mind and break your bones.
we shall meet again.
Over here!
Nilfgaardian regiment always accompany you on your walks?
Always. Papa's orders. It's for your protection, Rosa dear. People here hate us. Why? What have I done to them? But enough about that. Soldier, you may leave.
But His Excellency Ambassador Bar Atra said that...
And this excellency is telling you otherwise. Do you not recognize him? This is Geralt of Rivia, the best swordsman the North has ever seen. I'm safe with him. Now march off, quickly. Left, right, Finally. Let's go, Geralt. I've something I wish to show you.
We were supposed to train, not go for a walk.
I know, Geralt. Now stop harping on about it and let's go.
What a smack!
You all right? Your pilot's dead.
Here. You see, I thought that instead of training in a dank old cellar, we'd move around in the open air. A duel on a bridge, like in the novels. Now draw your sword.
Only got my steel and silver swords. We should be fighting with practice weapons.
We should, but you of all people ought to know. There's much more fun in doing things you shouldn't.
Listen, I'd really rather not hurt you.
Stop patronizing me, or you'll be the one to get hurt. Now on guard.
Pathetic.
Ha! Be grateful I'm no Bruxa or Alp, else you would be dead already.
Well done. Actually is something of a Bruxa in the way you fight.
Perhaps I should have them call me that. The Black Bruxa? Black because, you know, Nilfgaard.
All right, what's next?
We should return. Just forgive me, Geralt. I know this might sound awkward, but But would you mind turning around for a moment? My corset's shifted. It's pinching me terribly.
I can understand a woman wanting to look pretty, but fighting in a corset, it slows you. Rosa? Shit, she ran off. Anything happens to her, Varatra will kill me. Need to find her. Can't be far.
There must be order. Wonderful.
Far from home, aren't you, sweetie? And there's no telling if you'll ever get back.
She's Ambassador Varatra's daughter. She's got diplomatic immunity.
I don't really understand the shite you're saying. Now it's clear you love your black ones.
It's no surprise, Lucas. Witches are drawn to monsters, just the way things are. But this beastie... we'll send the word ourselves.
You and your foot tapping.
Let me rephrase. Put it in words you'll understand. Piss off.
Well, well. It's not just black ones who tell us what to do. It's witches as well. Too bad I listened to neither. Get him, Lucas!
Come on, come closer. Understand now why your father insists soldiers follow you around?
So they can save me, as you did.
No, so you won't need saving to begin with. Rosa, those humans died because of you.
What of it? Do you expect me to shed a tear? Observe a minute of silence? They were dregs. They got what they deserved.
And you wonder why the locals hate Nilfgaard.
I thought you were different from other Nordlings. That you understand us, our sense of justice. I see I was wrong.
You should go home now. And take the shortest, not the scenic route.
I understand. Farewell, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
Welcome to the Seven Cats, the luckiest tavern in town. They even say the hangovers our wine begets are lucky.
What's on the menu today? about a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically.
Fuck!
Welcome to the Seven Cats, the luckiest tavern in... They even say the hangovers are...
How about a few rounds of...
Thought things couldn't get any worse.
What do you want?
Name's Muggs. Rostin Muggs. Need your help in a grave matter.
What's this grave matter?
I came here on business. Sadly, just there across the river, toward the bridge's end, I was attacked. Smashed a bottle of the finest dwarven spirit on the bugger's skull. But the robbery was still a partial success.
Tell me what you want already, and be brief.
Thief ran off with my documents. Very important documents. I need you to get it back for me.
It'll cost you. I don't work for free.
That I know. Since the dawn of time, no witcher's lifted a finger without pay. I've a smattering of coin in the soles of my boots. Return the documents, and it's yours.
Fine. See what I can do.
Your foot's bothering you quite a bit, isn't it?
Last chance. Right ideas at this door.
What's going on there?
You don't look at all like other Dawn.
Rains. It pours.
Nocturnarius, Nocturnarius. Lord for work, Lord to eat.
Wolf thing.
Blasphemous cowards.
I've had enough of it.
Oh! If I met you, mate, back there and locked you in.
Our world will burn! Burn in the eternal fire!
Oh, terrible times.
You have to apply for that cert today or whatever it is. Yeah, I know that. No, I'm just saying.
To June 9th. That was immediately appealed by the Republican-led legislature to the Republican-led state Supreme Court, who voted to keep the election happening today. So after that pair of losses, Governor Tony Evers issued a statement last night reading, "Tomorrow, today, in Wisconsin, thousands will wake up and have to choose between exercising their right to vote and staying healthy and safe. In this time of historic crisis, it's a shame that two branches of government in this state chose to pass the buck instead of taking responsibility for the health and safety of the people we were elected to serve." And while Wisconsin isn't necessarily a coronavirus hotspot compared to some of the other states we have seen how quickly these situations can change, and only time will tell as to whether in-person voting today will play a factor in any rising numbers.
Thank you very much, Omar. So the U.S. Navy says a crew member of the hospital ship docked in New York is being isolated after testing positive for coronavirus. The crew of the Comfort is also getting ready to receive other coronavirus patients for the first time. That and more from our reporters across the country.
I'm Erica Hill in New York, where the Navy hospital ship Comfort will soon begin receiving patients from both New York and New Jersey. New Jersey now has the second highest number of cases in the nation, more than 41,000. The state's governor saying today that while they are flattening the curve, now is not time to take your foot off the gas, noting there is still at least a week and a half to go until they hit that critical apex.
I'm Brian Young in Detroit. That's the TCF Center behind me. And right now, Army Corps of Engineers workers are working on the inside to try to get the build out for a field hospital. 1,000 beds will be put into that facility. We got a first-hand look from the inside. We saw a triage center, a facility for pharmaceuticals, and we saw the bed space that's going to be in there to help the overflow of patients from our hospitals here in the Detroit area. We also know the state has picked a second site with a 1,000-person build-out that they're planning there as well. That's because of the overflow of ICU patients all across this state. They're starting to focus down and get ready for this next peak that they're expecting.
I'm Kylie Atwood at the State Department. About 24,000 Americans abroad are still seeking assistance from the U.S. government to get back home. Now, these are Americans who are stuck in countries that either closed down their international airspace or closed their borders as the coronavirus pandemic took root worldwide. And the State Department has already helped about 45,000 Americans get back to the United States. And that assistance will continue, but it won't continue for forever. State Department officials say that in the coming weeks, they are preparing to terminate that assistance. So if Americans want to get home, they need to seek assistance to do so now.
Thanks to all of our reporters spread out across the country. So many developments on the pandemic each hour. Here's what to watch today.
Thank you for always being here. When dawn breaks a new day, when Mother Nature changes her mind, you're always here when others need a hand. On the farm, taking care of family, carrying this nation. And so we're here in over 1,800 communities with the feed and supplies you absolutely need. Always.
So you have many questions about the coronavirus pandemic? Dr. Sanjay Gupta has answers. Next.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, minimum effort, maximum protection.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Welcome to Velo. It's nicotine extracted from tobacco and put into a pouch, which means no tobacco leaf, no smoke, and no accessories required. Velo, no limits.
When you need hot or cold therapy for strained or injured muscles, don't give up your freedom to get your therapy. Get that healing feeling with CopperFit Mobile Rapid Relief Wraps. Hot or cold therapy wraps that strap in place and stay in place, so you can do what you want while getting the therapy you need.
This is the best solution for icing and heating that I've ever found.
Get that healing feeling with CopperFit Rapid Relief Wraps. Find the entire line of CopperFit Rapid Relief Mobile Wraps now in Walmart Pharmacy.
AT&T has connected us every day for over 100 years. And we're here for you, especially now, doing everything possible to keep you connected. Through the resilience of our network and people, we can keep learning, keep sharing, keep watching, and most of all, keep together. It's the job we've always done. It's the job we'll always do.
I always thought it was me, that I was the reason all these diets never worked.
This is genuinely not a temporary fix. There's some serious psychology behind it.
I've been on Noom for 4 months now. I've lost 27 pounds and I feel like I got my life back.
Visit Noom.com and lose the weight for good.
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Nancy. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aid, doctors and nurses visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-274-4100. That's 1-800-274-4100 now.
Fact. Emily hasn't bought groceries in weeks. So how is she creating this masterpiece? Her freezer is stocked with Daily Harvest. That's how. Chef-crafted food, organic ingredients, delivered to your door, ready in minutes. See for yourself at dailyharvest.com. Go to dailyharvest.com and get started today.
We're a different breed, aren't we? While others rest, we choose to work. Where others are content, we stay hungry. They may not see us coming, but we know exactly where we're going. You won't rest until you succeed. Neither will we.
All right, we've been asking you to send in your questions about coronavirus. You have obliged, and CNN Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta back to answer some of them. So Allison wanted to start with meat today. So let me ask this question from Syed.
Every day.
He writes, is it safe to buy meat or fish from a supermarket or any meat shop? Even though we wash it before cooking, my concern is that the coronavirus may have contaminated the meat or fish.
Yeah, so this is it's a common question, and I think there's two important points. This is not a foodborne illness, which means this virus is not something that if it gets in your food and then you eat that food, you're going to get the virus that way, because your stomach acids break this virus up. There are some viruses that are foodborne illness, norovirus, for example, that is a good example of one, but not this one. Now, if you touch it, if you touch the packaging, for example, and then touch your eyes, your nose, or your mouth, you could potentially get it that way, although even that is pretty unlikely. So don't worry so much about the food. This is more of a respiratory virus.
I really appreciate that, because I was interested in the meat, because I was ordering lamb for Easter this weekend and wondering how to do it. You've just made me feel better. Thank you very much. Moving on.
That's what I'm here for.
To Deirdre in Washington, D.C. Disinfectants like Lysol, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, they're not on the shelves. House bleach is gone too. So with those facts, what is truly effective for cleaning counters and groceries if you can't use those?
I just got to say, these questions are such good questions, and they're questions that come up in my own household and among my friends all the time. I think everyone's asking these same questions. Here's something that we learned I think is going to be really helpful. The EPA has the EPA website. They have this really interesting chart where you can start to find other products now, because so many of the products you just listed are we've run out, or they're out of stock, at least in your store for now. But things like vinegar, things like certain types of other chemicals, propylene, bromide, I believe was one of them. There are other chemicals out there that are in products. They list the products as well that you can buy that can actually do some of the same things you're trying to do. So find that website, look up some of these products, because they may be able to address the shortfall that we have, at least for now. Also, look, just remember soap and water, at least when it comes to your hands and maybe even some of the surfaces. The CDC has a little formula on their website about how to make your own cleaner as well when you're running out of these products. So we're all sort of having to MacGyver it a bit right now. But soap and water, keep that on the option list as well, because that's the easiest one.
And duct tape. That's what MacGyver always has with me, duct tape. I don't know if I was going to clean, but just have duct tape available should you need it. Sanjay, I
did brain surgery with duct tape. It was amazing.
I have no doubt that you did. Listen, I want to skip to the bottom of the list. On the subject of questions that come up in my house, Sanjay, this comes from Melissa. She writes, what precautions should my family take if we live with someone who is considered an essential worker? Now, I'm not suggesting I'm essential, but I am coming to work, and this is a question that my family has. What should we be doing?
Yeah, and I give a lot of gratitude to the essential workers out there, because they're going out and doing this work where they may, become exposed, and then they got to go home, and that psychological sort of impact, I think, is really significant. Look, everyone has to behave like they have the virus. We've been saying that for some time. I think for essential workers who come home, there are some, basic precautions. Taking your clothes throwing those clothes in the laundry, doing that yourself if you can, making sure you wash your hands afterward. If you do develop any symptoms at all, obviously staying home, not going out, potentially infecting other people, and to the extent that you can. And I realize this is not easy. I go through this in my own household as well. Trying to even isolate yourself within your own house. I'm pretty much living in the basement nowadays, but having your own cutlery and all that sort of stuff I think is important. Just basically, it's a respiratory virus. It's not something that's going to spread throughout the house. If you can maintain some social distance and not contaminate surfaces that the rest of your family uses, and make sure you clean those surfaces, it goes a long way. I know it's an unseen enemy, so it's hard to sometimes get that across, but it can go a long way.
Sanjay, you really do it all, man. From cooking tips to cleaning tips. You cover it.
Don't forget the marriage tips. We did that last week.
I know. Today we didn't have any marriage questions for you, but I'm sure tomorrow we will. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, time now for the good stuff. 9-year-old Liam Barrett in Henderson, North Carolina is making thank you cards and delivering them to essential workers at the grocery store and local pharmacy.
You don't have to be an adult to be thankful. You can do that while you're a kid still. Since the coronavirus is now going around and it's spreading way more than it used to, I know that it'll make your day, probably.
Okay, he's the best. Also the best in Ohio, Kyle West, or Mailman Kyle as he is called, offered to help deliver essentials like milk and toilet paper to seniors. So far, the response has been overwhelming.
Where's Kyle getting the toilet paper is all I want to know. Thank you very much for those stories. CNN's coverage continues next.
You wouldn't accept an incomplete job from anyone else, so why accept it from your allergy pills? Flonase relieves your worst symptoms, which most pills don't. Get all-in-one allergy relief for 24 hours with Flonase.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Mutual. Liberty Bibbity.
We'll have it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In this world where people are staying at home, many of life's moments are being put on hold. At Carvana, we understand that for some, getting a car just can't wait. That's why the new way to buy and sell a car is also the safer way. At Carvana, you can do it all 100% online from home, with a touchless delivery and pickup process to keep you safe. And for even greater peace of mind, all Carvana cars come with a 7-day return policy. So if you need to keep moving, it's our goal to keep you safe. Check out Carvana, the safer way to buy a car.
It's every municipal bond investor's dream. A bright, shining city on a hill where there won't be any financial problems. But what if there are? That's why Assured Guarantee protects your principal and interest payments. Assured Guarantee, a stronger bond.
Over 100 million Americans have a low credit score. Self is a new way to build credit that doesn't require a credit score. Plus, Self helps you save money every month and reports your payments to all 3 credit bureaus. Download the app today.
When did you see the sign?
When I needed to jumpstart sales.
The lieutenants for an event. Help people find their way. Fast Signs designed new directional signage and got them back on track. Get started at fastsigns.com.
Want an easy way to brighten up your day? Get beautiful new window fashions from the #1 provider of custom window coverings in North America, Budget Blinds. It's easy because we're your neighborhood experts with style and service for every budget. Plus, the best warranty in the business. We help you choose the window coverings you love, then measure and install. So let the pros do it for you. Get a free consultation. Go online or call now. It's that easy.
Robinhood believes now is the time to do money without the commission fees, so you can start investing today, wherever you are, even hanging with your dog. So, what are you waiting for? Download now and get your first stock on us. Robinhood.
films who protect you. Find out more by visiting jpmf.ca.
These are the faces of people who are so grateful for my support. My monthly donations to Operation Eyesight prevent blindness and restore sight for people in developing countries. My gifts help kids read and go to school. They help parents return to work and provide for their family. Entire communities thrive because of me. Visit OperationEyesight.com today and join me to change lives and bring a smile to someone's face for all the world to see.
Spread facts, not fear. Join CNN for a global town hall, live Thursday at 8.
Very good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Jim Sciutto.
And I'm Poppy Harlow. This morning, some positive signs in some places. This is the nation, though, battles a pandemic that has resulted in nearly 11,000 deaths across the United States. From the epicenter, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says the curve could be flattening, but Dr. Anthony Fauci keeping optimism in check this morning and giving a stunning warning that the U.S. may never really get back to the way things were before this outbreak, especially without a vaccine.
Also this morning, did the White House know? Reports that a top White House advisor warned the administration about a pandemic and the potential deaths of perhaps millions of Americans. That, of course, directly contradicts what the president has been saying for weeks, that no one could have predicted this. We are on top of all the headlines here and around the world, live in London, where the UK Prime Minister remains in intensive care. But first, Athena Jones is in New York City with the latest. Tell us the numbers there, because folks hear some positive signs, at least a slowing of the spread. But on the other hand, concerns about running out of key equipment this week.
Hi, Jim. That's right. Concerns about supplies continue, but you're right. There is some hint that New York may be turning a corner. Of course, New York State is the epicenter of this crisis in America, accounting for more than a third.
11,000 people.
In New York City,
who the fuck cares? The whole goddamn world is shut down over fucking 11,000 people? What the fuck?
Press conference yesterday, and so that's still
fucking retarded.
Where things are going, but
ridiculous bullshit.
Also, the number of hospitalizations are down. The number of daily intubations, that's people who have critical respiratory issues that they have to be put on a ventilator, that number is down, and the number of intensive care unit admissions also down. And so what the governor says, look, none of this is good news, at least in terms of 5,000 deaths in the state of New York, but the possible flattening of the curve is better than the increases we've been seeing. And so now we have to wait and see what the numbers look like over the next couple of days to see if New York State, at least, has reached the apex, and to see how long the state remains at this high level of cases coming in. But all of this, of course, is designed at looking at trying to keep down the hospitalizations, keep down the rate of infection, so that New York City's hospitals and the state hospitals are not overwhelmed. That is the reason we have extra hospital beds coming online, like the Javits Center behind me with 2,500 beds. They are now treating COVID-19 patients. Also, the USNS Comfort, the Navy ship docked just off of the West Side Highway in the Hudson River, also taking COVID patients. But one thing I want to note, a crew member of that Navy ship has now tested positive for the virus. Now, this is not someone who had contact with patients. I want to be clear with that. But someone has tested positive. They are being isolated. And the people who had contact with that crew member are also being isolated and monitored. Now, they tell us, the Navy spokesperson tells us that this has had no impact on the Comfort ship's mission. They will still be able to treat COVID patients. But the fact they are now treating COVID patients is going to reduce their capacity from 1,000 beds to 500 beds, because they've needed to reconfigure the ship. So these are some of the challenges that New York State and city officials are confronting, and not to mention the fact of rising number of cases of coronavirus and sick people in the NYPD. We know now that nearly 20% of the New York Police Department is out sick. Now, not all of them are sick with coronavirus, but still a good number of them, just under 1,935 uniformed members and 293 civilian members have tested positive for the virus. So still a lot of challenges being confronted here in the state of New York.
Yeah, we should note on the New York numbers that that's fewer deaths and admissions per day than the previous day, but the total continues to go up. Just clarification there, Athena Jones, thanks very much. Let's get to reports that the administration was warned about the risks of the pandemic back in January.
I'm telling you, something else was either going to happen or is happening, because there's no fucking way that they would tank everything for 11,000 people.
Well, whether the president's ready or not, he's running a government with a lot of people working for him.
They wouldn't tank everything for that.
They noticed something strange on the satellite photos in the area. They went and investigated and the trees are dead. They can figure out why, because there's no sulfur deposits around, right? Doesn't really indicate volcanic activity, right? So they tested the soil, top of the soil had a little bit of an increase in carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah.
So they dug down 2 or 3 inches on that huge increase in carbon dioxide. Like way off the chart, right? So it's an indication that the magma is taking off the gas and it's migrating upward, right? So the magma is taking off the gas and there's been earthquake swarms, an indication that the magma is being produced, right? And if it lets go, goodbye most of the U.S.
What about us?
We'll be okay, because the wind direction is always that way, so we'll carry all the ash and stuff over.
Well, eventually it'll come back.
Well, eventually. We'll carry most of the ash and stuff we carry over. Well, now it's ash across the ocean first. So. Most of the ash we carry over southern and midwestern U.S. Probably as far as Florida. But it would pretty much do the U.S. in. Sweet.
Why? Nah, man. They start evacuating, man. They start moving people up here.
How are they going to move 50 million people?
I'll fucking have them head north.
And who's going to look after?
They'll have to fucking figure some shit out up here.
Or maybe it's gamma ray thing that's hopefully in the
No, they wouldn't collapse it all over that. It'd have to be like some kind of immediate, unavoidable, this is gonna fuck us thing.
Well, it could be a gamma ray. They noticed that infrared hotspot in the middle of the ocean, right? They were all volcano. So they went out and checked it, right? No volcano, but they know. So they said atmosphere, so they looked at the atmosphere, sure shit, they were home in the ozone layer in the atmosphere, and so this hotspot in the ocean is the atmosphere comes through, right? So they figure it could be the start of a gamma ray burst coming from a supernova.
Nah, they gotta know something, Dad. They wouldn't shut it down over nothing, man. You're just speculating.
No, that's not nothing. Once it gets here, we're told.
Yeah, but they would have to know, and they don't know, man. Like,
well, then
if it was gonna instantaneously wipe us all out, they wouldn't cancel everything.
Mars, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't just cancel shit, man, unless they were like, well, you know, everybody should be at home with their families for like 3 months.
Well, what's your theory then?
And I think like the dollar was about to collapse or something.
Oh.
And so they needed to put press pause. It's the only thing they thought they could do before world financial collapse.
Yesterday and day before was good.
Yeah, but they're just artificially printing money and injecting it into the economy. It doesn't fucking solve anything. All they might do is buy themselves another 10 years.
Took a look at the building, and it does not look good.
Mean it could use a bit of paint and spackle?
I mean, it's a damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in won't work. Menga would have had plenty of time to escape.
What do you suggest?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
Triss, sure you want to do this? Out here, with everyone watching?
This might come as a surprise to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the bedroom. Think. Bring the hunters the vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for you. They're likely to let you present her to Menga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
Starting to climb into the area once before the town. I said almost at 23,000 again.
Fine. Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might not work. Menga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Always found that annoying in fanatics. So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the lodge. Or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
Still got a bad feeling about this. But tough. Let's go.
Geralt, remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you talking about?
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do, no matter what happens.
Can't promise that.
I'm still asking you to, all right?
All right.
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
What the hell for?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Marigold.
Marigold? Come in then.
I'm gonna buy you a big knife next time we go to Cabela's for your birthday. What?
My birthday's in September, Dad.
So it's early.
Don't worry about it.
Well, Triss Marigold.
Just make sure
giving up drowners for sorceresses.
Pays better.
It's 'cause they do more harm. What's a drowner do? Pull the odd fisherman from his boat, but the witches, they murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget turning your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder.
You're done jesting, Marigold. For good. Put her in a cell.
Hands off.
What did you say? Yeah, I sensed it. Knew we couldn't trust him. Witcher, witch. One and the same.
So they can burn at one and the same stake.
Let out! Fire will turn you to ash. Let out! It's only a witcher! let him drive you back! It's only a wheelchair! Run out! Don't let him drive you back! Don't let him drive you back! It's only a witcher! Alive! Take him alive!
Oh shit. What's the other dying?
Turn you to ash. Spread out! Eternal fire will turn you to ash. Damn it. It's only a witcher! Don't let him drive you back! Fire will turn you to ash. Spread out!
Lost your nerve?
Watch his whirling! Yeah! Watch out! Not enough! No!
That's enough of that.
Watch out! Watch his whirling! fire will turn you to ash.
How long you gonna make me wait? Pathetic.
The wrong sword, I don't know.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Plan fail. The plan.
Come on.
One person. Yeah. Well, she's just part of this class.
Hey, fuck off here.
What?
I think that's all of them. That was close. I must say, trickery and deceit
Useless mage!
are strong suits.
True. I prefer straightforward solutions.
Yeah. Fight first, ask questions later. We should search the office. Maybe we can find some documents mentioning Dandelion. I'll search his body. You search the room. I'd start with the desk.
No shit, you stupid whore. What the fuck else was he gonna look?
Find anything?
Just his office key in his pockets. Here. Nothing under his belt. Wait, something sewn in the lining.
What is it?
The key to a vault. Here. Give it to Dijkstra with my regards.
I found a letter to Menga from someone important. A spy, I think.
A spy?
Take a look.
Drop boxes. Secret signals. Yeah. Strong stench of spycraft here. This agent could know more about Dandelion.
Bet he does. Letter explains how to signal for a meeting. No mention of where it would take place.
Maybe Dijkstra can help. He knows everything.
Everything? Slight exaggeration there.
I'm not so sure.
Key to a vault? No address? Why do I doubt this'll make Dijkstra smile?
Well, might keep him from setting his thugs on us. Breaking our legs for failing to fulfill our part of the bargain.
Meaning glass is half full?
Of something strong, I hope.
All right. Nothing left for us here. Let's go.
Be glad to. Just not by way of the main gate.
Fucking cock sleeve.
What?
What's her face, man? She's not doing anything.
Her?
Yes.
Well.
You become too emotional.
Well, what the fuck? She's all like, oh, I don't want to leave by the main gate. Well, move your stupid ass. You don't want to come down the fucking stairs. You see another way out? No. Useless piece of shit. There's only one way to go, stupid.
Well. Well.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody trying to phone you?
No, that's just my alarm telling me I should wake up. fucking other way out of here.
This is where we split up. But first, let's burn this shack down.
Agreed. We've left too much evidence.
But I also need to blow off some steam. Listen, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about. But not here, and definitely not now. Come by later when you have a moment? I'd appreciate it. All right. We need to get out of here.
You there, Mr. Reuben wants a word.
Impatient old bastard.
What?
Nothing. Be there soon.
Who do I spy? Why, it's Geralt of Rivia.
Will you stop following me already?
I will, as soon as you tell me where my treasure is.
Me and Menge didn't see eye to eye.
How badly?
Badly.
I suppose that explains the smoke. My treasure's not in there, is it? Burning with the witch hunters.
Didn't see it anywhere, and 20 tons of gold is hard to miss.
You mean to say you've come to me empty-handed?
First off, you came to me. Second, I do have something in my hand. The key to a vault, found it on Menge.
A vault that I need to find on my own. You've not made things much easier for me. Give me that.
Spare me. I want my reward.
Geralt, do all you witches have such nerve?
What do you mean?
You lied to me. Again.
What?
You knew from the start who robbed me, but you didn't deign to share that information with me.
No, I didn't. But I did deign to help you find your treasure, so stop moaning.
I jest you not, Geralt. You abused my trust.
I can live with that.
This time, yes, you'll live. And now, time to settle things.
That a threat?
Quite the contrary. You helped me, Witcher. So in spite of everything, you've earned your reward. I take it you've still no idea what happened to Dandelion?
None. Found someone who might know, though. A spy, I guess. Signs his name, Yammerlak. Found a letter of his. Just one problem. It only details how to arrange a meeting with him. Makes no mention of where.
A ruined house in Far Corners. Give the signal, and he'll show up there the same day, just before midnight.
Thanks for your help.
No need to thank me. Just paying off a debt. I always do, you know. Even to liars. And a final humble plea. Don't try to fool me again. Ever.
It's not that type of game where I can just murder anybody I want. Otherwise, the city would be empty. There'd be no children.